Good morning and welcome to Steelton Highspire School District as we celebrate this very special class of 2020. While graduation is always a celebratory occasion, this graduation will go down in the annals of history as being special above all. We are honored to have us today as we recognize this very special group. We hope that you enjoy the ceremony. And at this time, I'm honored to introduce Mr. Tyler Fritz, Steelton Highspire School District, Class of 2020, co-historian.
Welcome. I got a few things to say. Well, Class 2020, we did it. We accomplished one of the major milestones in our life, This opens the door to the next part of our lives. We all worked hard to achieve this goal of graduating high school. We all worked hard 12 years. And the high school diploma is your key to the door to the rest of your life. But graduation is not an end to the goal itself. It's instead part of the larger journey of life. Excuse me. Life is a journey of hills. It has its ups and most definitely has its downs, aka Mr. Boyage's test. Now hold on for a minute. I have a quick question for those who had a Boyage class, especially the AP kids. If you passed his class with a higher percentage average of 85, did y'all get accepted to Princeton or something? Because his classes are hard for no reason. Let's get back to the speech. Anyways, any accomplishments you receive in life, take those as starting points for further achievements. This day should launch you into whatever the future may hold. I would like to take a second to thank the men and women who worked countless hours and stayed up hours on end to make sure we succeeded. Thank you to the men and women who acted as role models when we didn't have any. The ones who acted like our friends and not our teachers. The ones who accepted us for us. I could name all of you, but we'd be here all day, and I know some of us are eager to get our diploma. So I'll just say it. Thank you to the teachers for getting us here today, on this stage, even through these hard times. Even if it's not shown by some of us, it is still highly appreciated. I want to thank all the parents for raising such wonderful men and women that you did, that I can call classmates and even some family. Thank you for being the rock that they leaned on when they needed you. And thank you to my classmates for accepting me as me and not because of what I stand for, not because of what I came from. This wasn't how it was supposed to go, but no matter where it takes us, just know that you have the love and support to push you forward. Congratulations, Class of 2020, and good luck. Now I'd like to introduce Ms. Gallagher.
Thank you, Tyler. Good morning. Dear Class of 2020, last night I glanced through your birth dates in Power School, and I tried to remember what life was like when you came into this world. You were born at a time when most computers still needed to be plugged in to connect to the internet. And people were just starting to carry cell phones. They definitely didn't connect to the internet, they weren't touchscreen, they didn't have apps, and they only came with one game, Snake. Wi-Fi didn't exist yet in public and wasn't something to be shared. Sometime over the past few weeks, Dr. Jackson taught me that you were all born just before or in the aftermath of our nation's tragedy on 9/11. Obviously, you won't remember it, but when those two planes flew into the World Trade Center towers, one crashed into the Pentagon and one into a field in Pennsylvania, it changed the course of our lives and nation. The lives that were lost shook us, but the images of destruction burned in our memories. You came into this world during a moment of tragedy and change, and you're again being affected by change and tragedy. The year 2020 has been full of surprises already. In January, we watched Australia burn, our president go to trial for impeachment, and we lost Kobe and Gigi Bryant. In March, the COVID-19 pandemic changed our lives on an hourly and daily basis. All of a sudden, the things we took for granted were different. Schools closed, we stayed at home, and the things that you looked forward to were postponed or canceled. Of all the disappointments, high school seniors experienced some of the biggest ones. For at least the second time in your life, the world around you is changing without your control. One thing I know for sure is that you will overcome any obstacles and changes that come to you. In my short 3 years at Steel High, I've watched you each grow into strong, opinionated young adults with truly clear directions of right from wrong. When faced with injustice, I know that even as a bystander, you would each, without a doubt, stand up for what's right. There used to be a kids' TV show called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It actually stopped airing in 2003, so you were about a year old. There's a quote from the show where Mr. Rogers says, "When I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You will always find people helping.' I have so much faith in you, class of 2020, that I know that you will be the helpers. I know that you will hold a door for a stranger, help an elderly neighbor, peacefully protest what's right, and organize response for disasters. I know this because I've watched you over the years. I've seen you show up at my office door, defending a friend who was wrongly disciplined, sharing your ideas, and asking to help make our school better for others. You wanted award ceremonies, so we did them. You wanted a talent show, and you made it happen. You wanted a personal finance class, so we added it. You've made Steel High a better place for others. You are the helpers. I love that you become thinkers and dreamers and problem solvers. There will no doubt be challenges that lie ahead that will make you question your ability, but never forget that you came into this world at a difficult time, you graduated during a difficult time, and you overcame and adapted to everything and anything in your way. Keep standing up and never lose your vision, class of 2020. We love you. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Fran Jackson.
Good morning. Thank you, members of Steelton Highspire High School School Board, administrators, teachers, and seniors for granting me another opportunity as the class graduation coordinator. I could not have done this by myself. Special thanks to Ms. Gallagher, the principal, the class advisors, Mrs. Sam Rotes, Ms. Dorian Scholar, and class liaison and teacher, Mrs. Jennifer Morrison, who we diligently bonded with each other with extended texts, extended phone calls, extended emails, and many Zoom sessions to have this day and yesterday a part of your memories. Seniors, many of you were born the memorable year of the attack on America on 9/11. Fast forward to the present historical events of a global pandemic and global protests. You have witnessed your entire life of life-altering events. These events have shaped you to be strong advocates and exceptional scholars. This class had more students taking AP and honor courses than many other graduating classes at Steelton Highspire High School. That deserves a clap. Know that this class has created an everlasting bond of one another that you will always remember. If I could tweak your class motto, 2020, we are the vision, I would modify it to say, class of 2020, you have seen many visions that has shaped you to rise above difficulties. Class of 2020, you've met and overcome the challenges that have prepared you for the next chapter of your life. I would like to leave you with these simple words. As you begin the next journey, I can, I will. It's up to you to fill in the blanks. Thank you. We will now have Class of 2020 Student Message by Jameer Cleveland.
Good morning, everyone. Morning. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. That's what this pandemic has caused us to be, right? Let me start off by saying, dear graduating class of 2020, congratulations, you have made it. Even though you are not having the traditional graduation ceremony that you have worked very hard for, you are still graduating. Just know that your hard work has not gone unnoticed. The dedication you had to make it this far, right now, today, still counts. Always remember that every ending has a new beginning, and as you continue to move on to the next stage in your life, that new beginning will bring you happiness and prosperity. I would personally like to thank all the parents and educators who provided us with guidance along the way, because our success is going to be your success. We are truly grateful. To the educators, thank you for keeping your door open after class. Thank you for giving us a test on Friday. Thank you for joining us with homework to do for winter break. Thank you for saying good morning or good afternoon every day. Thank you for inspiring us to come to school every day to learn. To the parents and guardians, thank you for saying have a good day at school. And thank you for being the shoulder we could cry on when the schoolwork was just too much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's take a look back to remember. Some of us will never forget working on National History Day projects, running back and forth to the art room, asking Miss Morrison, did she have this or did she have that? Some of us will never forget that time when Miss Andrews carried Quentin on her back through the hallway. Some of us will never forget watching Bob Ross on a chill day in Mr. Boyajian's room. Some of us will never forget the night when we finally were done with character night. Some of us will never forget watching CNN in Miss Winter Davis's room, yelling out the trivia answers. Some of us will never forget doing a mock trial in Miss St. Hilaire and Miss Dreyer's room. Some of us will never forget the Great Gatsby party Miss Dreyer held for us. Some of us will never forget cracking jokes at the lunch tables. Some of us will never forget the long math notes that Mr. Gable and Mr. Rock had us doing. Some of us will never forget the lollipops that Miss Rose used to sell for $1. Some of us will never forget our favorite substitute teacher, Miss Madsen. And lastly, some of us will never forget the long-lasting relationships that some of you have created with each other. And now, graduates, we are transitioning into the real world. This is our time to take pride in the things that we actually do. Continue in our education, taking things seriously, making those right decisions, being that good person. No one is going to hold your hand anymore, and it's time for us to step up. Just know that it is okay to be discouraged. If you see some of your classmates achieving their goals before you, don't be jealous or get mad. Let that inspire you to achieve your goals, and remember that everyone will achieve their goals everyone will not achieve their goals at the same time. Everyone works at different paces. It's okay if you don't finish college in 4 years. You finish it whenever you can. Block out those distractions. It's okay if that clothing business doesn't take right off. Things take time. Learn from your mistakes and be the best human being you can be. I truly do wish you all the best in whichever direction you decide to take in life. One thing I do want our class to remember is that you can do anything you put your mind to. We will change the world. Class of 2020, we out. Now I would like to invite back our principal, Ms. Gallagher.
In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as principal of Steelton Highspire Junior-Senior High School, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements of the Steelton Highspire School District, and I take pleasure in recommending to you the graduating class of 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Ms. Culpepper, Vice President, Board of School Directors, Steelton Highspire School District.
Good morning. First, I'd like to bring greetings from Ms. Rachel Slades, who is the president of our school board. She was unable to be here today. My name is Joyce Culpepper. I'm a graduate of Steelton Highspire High School, class of 1972. Acknowledging the certification and the recommendation by the principal and by the authority vested in me as the Vice President of the Board of School Directors, I take pleasure in presenting to you the graduating class of 2020 for the conferring of diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Dr. Travis Waters, Superintendent, Steelton Highspire School District.
Okay, here's where we make it official. In recognition of the certification and recommendation of these graduates by the principal and the acknowledgement by the President of the Board of School Directors, I hereby declare by the authority invested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of School Directors as the Superintendent of the Steelton Highspire School District that high school diplomas may be conferred to graduating Steelton Highspire class of 2020. Congratulations.
Tyler Fritz. Jameer Cleveland. Musrat Hossain. Kendall Pryor.
That's my turn. Yes, sir. We out, boy. We out, boy. We out, boy.
Mackenzie Poston.
Go Mackenzie! Yay, Mackenzie!
Ready? Olivia Palermo. I love that you brought your dog. Steel High Class of 2020, Emily Rivera. Maurice Augustine. Marcus Augustine. Miss Egypt Bell. Janai Chisholm. Zaire Buckner. Lucas Cortez. Natalie Burgos. Mahogany Collins. Eric Crankfield. Deshaun Dunlap. Miss Talia Edwards. Evans Allen. Desiree Ferguson. Dionisio Garcia. Donald Harris. Michael Stazuski. Gibson. Josh Delis Gonzalez Feliciano.
I like your hat. Don't fall, baby. Oh, she walked the stage. You can put your tassel on. Wait over there so you take a picture. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, I need a wait. Wait a minute.
Matt Perez.
Only cost me $1,000.
Amaya McHugh. Miss Naomi Peets. Mr. Quadir Remo. Miss Ayana Russell. Isaiah Rory. Najee Selvey. Najee Selvey. Louis, aka Jason Hillier. Garrett Shields. Essence Serrano.
Got you. Come stand in front of 2021 seconds. You know, move about 4 feet. Move closer, closer, closer. I thought you were stopping. I thought you were stopping. I thought you were stopping.
Lynette Soto. Quentin Zacharash. Christopher Walls.
Hey, get a picture right here in front of the banner, and then after you're done, ride up to the roller. Yeah, right there.
Miss Brianna Sullivan. Niger Smith.
Let me see it. Yeah. Let me see it.
Josh Watlington. Angela Yinger.
Stop right here.
Destiny Williams.